Welcome back to Azure Thought Works, where we don't just build for the cloud, we build for change. This is a Microsoft Cloud Adoption Framework series, and today we're entering the Microsoft's CAF Manage Phase. Now we have migrated workloads, polished architecture, and enforced governance. But are you ready to manage your Azure environment reliably, efficiently, and in lockstep with business goals? That's the mission of the Manage Phase, a key operational methodology in Microsoft's Cloud Adoption Framework. Today, we'll dive deep into RAMP, Ready, Administer, Monitor, Protect, and show how you can deliver operational excellence. CAF's Manage methodology applies regardless of size, from nimble startups to global enterprises. It enables Azure operations that are resilient, proactive, cost-efficient, and aligned to the business. Step 1. Ready, getting your teams, processes, and authority in place. At Contoso Health, Sarah led a CloudOps readiness exercise to define central responsibilities, identity networking compliance, workload responsibilities, app health, change, and runtime. They mapped responsibilities using CAFs, conducted well-architected reviews, and documented all roles in runbooks and standard operating procedures accessible via a central repository. Some of the checklists to consider are: choose centralized or shared operations model, name specific owners for each responsibility, reassess workloads with well-architected review, tool document runbooks, change procedures, deployments, DR plans. These measures created clarity and operational preparedness. Step 2, Administer, is where policy, change, cost control, and security intersect. It starts with defining your management scope across IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, and on-premises deployments. Each has different accountability areas like cost, compliance, change, and OS management. Example: Contoso team have built a robust change management workflow, trackable requests, risk categories, approvers, rollback plans. Every change passed through GitHub or Azure DevOps pull requests and was audited via Azure Policy and Change Analysis. They enforced just enough access with Entra ID, PIM, and RBIC, security baselines via Azure Policy and Defender for Cloud, data governance using Purview for classification, budget monitoring with cost management tools, IAC with Bicep, pipelines, and drift detection, VM patching and change tracking in guest OS environments. These practices ensure consistent, compliant, cost-efficient administration across their cloud estate. Step 3. Monitor, that creates visibility and proactive response. Effective monitoring lets you catch problems before they affect users. Define monitoring scope across health, security, compliance, cost, data, runtime, OS, resource control plane. Depending on IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, or on-premises, Contoso used Azure Resource Graph and Arc to inventory assets. They collected logs, metrics, and configured alert rules in Azure Monitor with dynamic thresholds. Workbooks visualize trends, and alerts link directly into their on-call platform. Some of the checklists to consider are: central versus shared monitoring model, define metrics, logs, and retention, categorize alerts by severity with escalation, visualize via dashboards and workbooks, test iteratively for threshold tuning. This consolidated strategy gave them early warning and operational insight at scale ramp. Step 4. Protect, reliability, continuity, and security. Securing and protecting workloads ensures trust and uptime. They define workload priorities, high, medium, low, and aligned SLOs, RTO, and RPO targets accordingly. High 99.99% uptime, 4.3 minutes per month. Active with cross-region sync. medium, 99.9% uptime, active, passive, and asynchronous replication. Low, 99% with zone redundancy and backups, only Contoso implemented backups. Azure Backup asynchronous replication and failover with Azure Site Recovery. They regularly tested failover, monitored health via Azure Service Health, and tracked SLIs historically. Security incidents trigger Sentinel alerts and Defender scans, activating incident response playbooks. After implementing RAMP, Contoso reduced change-related failures by 70%, improved recovery confidence with weekly DR drills, and tracked resource sprawl and cost anomalies proactively. Reliability metrics aligned with their SLOs, and downtime was predictable. No surprises. They also gained operational clarity, named owners, documented procedures, automated interventions, and real-time monitoring. Teams responded proactively, no longer firefighting reactive emergencies. With the environment defined, administered, monitored, and protected, you're ready for the final step in CAF, the secure phase. Here you'll formalize threat prevention, zero trust architecture, vulnerability management, and incident response. Secure builds on manage to embed security deep across identity, endpoint, data, network, and infrastructure. It's all about assuming breach, enforcing least privilege, and sustaining security for the long haul. Stay tuned. Our next video dives into CAF Secure, how to integrate zero trust, automate threat detection, and plan for full security posture resilience. Smash that subscribe button to keep pace with your cloud ops journey. Who's ready to secure the enterprise? Got questions or a story to share? Drop them in the comments. We want to hear from you. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your team or friends. This is Azure Thought Factory. And remember, don't build for the cloud, build for change.